Well, we are going to be making pork roulade, and I've got Susan Banks. Everybody knows who Susan Banks is.
Thank you.
With Absolute Care Health Facility, long-term care facility.
I'm the spokesperson for Absolute Care long-term. There are 11 Absolute Care facilities, short-term, long-term rehab.
We're going to learn more about Absolute Care in just a minute. But we're going to talk about the pork roulade from Chef Scott, who is the chef at Absolute Care.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said this was an easy one.
This is definitely an easy recipe that you can follow. It'll be online, so just watch the steps and procedures.
Exactly. What are some of the ingredients that people have to get ready?
The toasted walnuts. I'll show you how to do that. Onions, garlic, or shallots, salt, pepper, thyme, and I'd use mine with avocado. You can do spinach, roasted red peppers, roasted garlic, basically anything you can stuff it with, whatever your flavor profile that you want.
You know what, I always get a little skittish cooking with pork, although I've done it, and this, actually, we buy all the time, the pork.
Okay. Pork nowadays,
is
trichinosis was 1800s.
So you don't have to worry about it as much.
I would eat it raw.
Yeah,
I would eat it raw.
Cook it, Vic.
Do you have to wash it like you do chicken or poultry?
I would.
So
I would
any kind of
wash
meat
it.
would you normally just wash?
No, not beef.
Just pork?
Pork and chicken.
Poultry?
Yes.
What a good question. I mean, you can practice out here in the kitchen a lot more than I do.
Susan and I were just talking about how much we both cook, and you admitted you don't really cook that much?
Yeah. Now, how do you say in Italian, very little? Since you've been
Pochito.
Yeah, you've both been to Italy, so you both been to Italy. Okay.
How long do you think it takes to cook this whole meal from start to finish?
Start to finish, you're looking at 45 minutes.
That's it? From the oven to the dish? All right.
I just want to tell you quickly, this is a meal typical of what Scott prepares at Aurora Park for residents.
Oh, really? Every night?
Yes, every day.
Every day.
They make three meals a day.
3 meals a day.
But this is typical. These beautiful meals, so beautifully presented, and I've seen them, and I've had his food. It's fabulous.
All right, terrific. When we come back in our next segment, we're going to get started about this and talk more about Absolute Care. I know.
Okay.
We'll just watch you. We're going to now go back to the newsroom and talk to Emily about what's going on online. Happy New Year, Emily. I just ran in here. Yeah, very funny. We have Susan Banks, spokesperson for Absolute Care, and Chef Scott.
Chef Scott Swinard from Absolute Care of Aurora Park, and he is making pork roulade, and he's preparing it now.
Yep.
And it smells
show you how to do
He was
this.
just chopping all these onions.
So
I
fast.
know you were over there, but I'm watching him chop, and he did it so quickly. I said, wait, slow down.
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't cut yourself. He said he cuts himself off. I guess that's a hazard of the trade.
When you're younger.
So what are you putting in here now? You have
Okay,
olive
right now
oil,
I
onions.
did a small dice on the onions. Then I took minced garlic. Put the minced garlic in there. Start to sweat these out. You don't want to saute. Saute is at high heat.
Sweat them out.
Sweat them is to actually make them translucent without getting any caramelization.
Okay.
So it's on like a low heat?
Right now it's on a medium heat right now. Then I'm going to take and add my walnuts, and I'm going to toast those also inside. After these are sweated, toast them inside at a high heat, which will slowly start to caramelize your onions.
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You put the olive oil in. I normally heat the olive oil
That's
ahead of time.
sauteing.
Okay, that's...
At a high heat. Yep. To jump. Saute means to jump.
And it
which is a
tastes
high heat.
different?
You get a caramelization on the end. Okay, so you're cooking your onions on the outside when they're not cooking on the inside.
When I'm sauteing them.
When you're sauteing them, yes. Right now I'm
so
sweating
that's
them,
the
releasing the
problem.
liquid out of the onions itself.
How much longer does it take to sweat rather than saute?
Triple the time. But you'll have
See,
a totally
that's
different
why.
flavor profile.
That's why. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
yeah.
Chef Scott and we're us.
Right, exactly. Come on, let's move this along.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're going to sweat these out. As it's going to slowly start to bubble, you're going to get that caramelization onto it. It's going to start turning translucent. I'm going to add my chopped walnuts. Okay, so about a cup chopped walnuts. Then I'm going to start toasting these out. Okay. While this is cooking, I'm going to take my pork. Now this is a pork tenderloin.
Okay, we're going to leave you there.
Okay.
We're going to sweat these out, and when we come back, we're going to continue on with the pork and put it in, and we'll talk about Absolute Care as well.
We're sweating it out in the kitchen, Vic.
All right, back to you, Joe.
All right, thanks.
Let's hope we don't fall.
Exactly. We have Susan Banks and Chef Scott from Absolute Care.
In Aurora Park.
In Aurora Park, and we're making a pork roulade, and you have already...
I've already started everything up.
Sweated out
I
the
sweat out
onions and
the
the
onions, the garlic,
garlic.
the walnuts, put the heat up, toasted the walnuts a little bit, finished it with spinach and white wine, and reduced that down and put it in the cooler to cool down. Right now we're just going to actually roll out your pork tenderloin. So you're just going to take and lightly cut. Lift your fingers up when you cut it.
Good tip.
You don't want to cut yourself.
Yeah.
And just go thinly across the pork, okay? And when you do
All the way
that,
across?
yep, all the way across, and then it's going to roll out. It'll slowly roll out, and then you're going to do another cut, okay? So it'll roll out again.
It will naturally do that if you just slice?
No,
Okay.
you're going to slice it open, okay? And then you're going to slowly roll it out yourself.
Keep slicing, I guess.
Yep. And then
For the
now
sake
you're
of time, he's
for the
just,
sake of time,
yeah, he's kind of expediting.
okay. So salt, pepper. Get your mixture out of the cooler. Excuse me, ladies.
Oh.
And I also see we have bacon here.
Bacon.
We'll talk about the bacon in a minute.
He rolls that up in the pork. But let me just tell you very quickly about a new program that Absolute Care is starting. It's called the Comfort Cafe, and it is for anybody 62 or over who wants a free meal. All they have to do is call.
Oh,
Call
really?
and register. That's it. They call. They give their name, the information, their phone number, address, and they have to designate somebody to pick it up. But they can come
Call
any day.
to Absolute Care
Call
and you get a
Absolute
free
Care.
meal.
Call the reception.
The Absolute Care facility near us, there are 11 of them. Oh, look at
And this is
that.
the kind of meal that you will get?
Yes, yes.
This is actually what we serve New Year's.
This
New
is
Year's
a
Day.
typical, this
Yep.
is the kind of meals that you get at Absolute Care.
And now you're doing
they
the
will,
avocado.
He
Yep.
will do
And then a little bit of avocado.
But this is all the facility, so there will be different chefs at every facility, but they will have cold meals and hot meals. Cold meals can be picked up anytime between 11 and 7, and the hot meals
Okay,
can be picked up
before you roll it,
between 11 and 7
let me ask you a question. So you
Okay.
put in, right in the middle, the
Right in the middle, I
spinach,
put the spinach, avocado on top, and now I'm going to slowly roll it. on
and
top
you
of each other.
sliced up the avocado?
Yeah, I sliced up the avocado,
Okay.
poured into the pork,
I mean,
and
can
now
you
I'm going to
believe
slowly.
this? Who knew?
Oh, no.
I'm checking in. I'm telling you.
So you have to be 62 years and older.
62 or over. Just call any facility, talk to the reception, and register. Have somebody pick it up. It's Monday through Friday, and it's between 11 and 7, and they'll get a free meal. And the idea is that there are a lot of people out there who don't eat well. A lot of senior citizens who are not eating
Fixed
well.
income, it's getting more
Fixed income.
expensive.
They live alone.
Yep.
I mean, we were joking about this one day. I'll eat a sandwich over the sink, so I won't even fix myself something. So these folks very often don't eat well. Absolute
have
Care
the-
recognizes that, so that's why the program started.
Well, I can't believe this one. All
Okay.
right, so you put the
So I shingled
roll-
out the bacon.
Okay.
Just as long as
Shingled the bacon.
Shingle the bacon, and just the length of the tenderloin. Then you take your first wrap it so it actually seals in. So you're going to wrap that end, you're going to wrap the other end, and then you're going to slowly roll it. I put parchment paper, makes it a lot easier to roll it. So just take the first one, and then you're going to slowly tuck it. You're gonna slowly
When
push
you
it.
enclose the pork, did you have to, I missed it, did you put toothpicks
Skewers?
in or anything?
No, the fat
It just
from the
sticks
bacon
it?
will stick it.
But I mean,
Actually,
the pork will just stick?
yep, it'll just stick right to it.
Okay.
It's automatic.
It's a protein. It's a protein.
It's one of these food magical things. We just don't
Okay,
question
then you
it.
slowly roll it.
You have to be a magician. It usually
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
work for me.
No.
I'd be making a stir fry by now, cutting it up.
Peanut butter and jelly works real well. That's what
Okay,
I'm
so I
saying.
rolled it completely up, and then I go seal side down, and then I'm going to roast it off.
On the
Approximately-
part- do you
on the
roast it
parchment
on the
paper.
parchment
Yep, on the
paper?
parchment
Okay.
paper, you're going to roast it off.
And what is the temperature of the oven and how long?
350 for approximately 15 to 20 minutes, or until this starts to get golden brown. Because
15
it
to
is
20 minutes?
because it is a tenderloin, it's going to cook a lot faster than a pork.
And because
pork,
you've
the
made
whole
it
long distance.
thinner.
Yep.
Okay, so we stick it in there, and what does it look like when it comes out?
This is what it's going to look like when it comes out, golden brown,
Oh.
delicious, and that's the center.
Can we show the plate, the way you prepare
Yeah,
meals?
this is actually-
Was that the
That's-
example of the meal that you
that
had?
is
This
an
is
example
actually
of a
what
meal.
we
Yes.
served on New Year's.
Can we just tilt it up slightly without dropping it? Because you can see there's the pork roulade and
We did a sweet
asparagus,
potato mash
Sweet
and-
potato mash with almonds on top?
Candy pecans.
Candied pecans.
Okay, we're going to get that in the oven so I can have lunch today.
You will have lunch today.
Give
He's leaving
folks
the food.
a phone number for Absolute Care, and we'll also put it on our website.
Okay, I believe it's on the screen. I'm not
Do
positive.
we have the number? I don't think we do.
We
We did,
will
ma'am.
have the number. It's 652
1560.
1560.
Excellent. We'll have it on our website also.
We have a guy on the
I
side
know.
giving us signals. Okay?
It's like a coach on a baseball team.
But that is a main number to call. But find the Absolute Care facility nearest you and call them. So and
Easy
they
as
will-
that.
And they'll be very happy to help you out.
We have a second helping coming also, but for now we're going to take a break. When we come back, Amelia's going to tell you how cold it's going to get today. So stay with us. Okay, Joe and I were just eating down like we were cave people with utensils. It is delicious. Now, if you have some left over, Chef Scott is going to make a soup, a white bean soup or a bean soup?
This is actually pork roulade and white bean soup. Take your extra roulade, cut it up however small you want to cut it up, add some extra garlic, some onions, some chicken stock, can of white beans, bay leaves.
Boil.
And bring it to a boil and thicken with either a roux, which is equal parts fat and flour, or a slurry, which is cornstarch and water.
How long?
Minutes. Depending on if you want to thicken with a roux or a slurry. Slurry is minutes. Bring it to a boil.
Now, you wanted to clarify some programs.
We just want to talk a little bit more about the Comfort Cafe that Absolute Care, it's a new program. You get hot meals between 11 and 1, and then what they call reheatable meals between 11 and 7. Free meals, 1 meal a day per person. Call 62 or over. No limitations.
And let's call this number.
652-1560 if you want more information. Or just call the Absolute Care facility nearest you.
And we'll have all this information on wingingit.tv. So we want to thank you both.
Thank you for having us.
It was so nice to see you.
So wonderful to see you.
So nice to meet
Definitely
you.
a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm getting
We
away
love
with
that.
our utensils. They're not shipping in that roulade.
I usually carry them within my bag, but, you know, right in the back like a holster.
This is fun.
Excellent.
We hope you come back again.
Thank you.
And make another meal
Hopefully
for
I will.
us as well. We can't wait.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.